This episode of the podcast is brought to you by yours truly. If you would like to be a sponsor of this podcast and future episodes, go ahead and email us at itscoronatime@91btv.com. Hello people of the world and podcast fam. My name is Kevin Jackson and welcome to this 10th episode of It's Corona Time. It's my pleasure as always. And as always, we do have a special guest with us today, and let's have them introduce themselves.
What's up, Kevin's fam? And a lot of people I probably know too. I'm Pasindu. I don't know what else of an introduction I want to give, but like for now, just go with I'm Pasindu.
Most definitely, man. Hey, thank you for agreeing to be on the podcast today, bro. I'm like slowly churning through all the list of people that I'm trying to get through, man. Especially the people that graduated or going to graduate, because I'm like, yo, it's gonna be a minute before I talk to them, and so I'm gonna try and get them before they gone. So I appreciate that.
Videos too much, so it works for me.
Most definitely. Hey man, so how you been, man? How has this quarantine, how has this summer been for you? What you been up to?
Honestly, it was rough at first, but so far it's been chilling, you know, like technically I'm gonna graduate on Tuesday.
Okay.
My senior project, took my summer classes, and I'll be all done. But yeah, I mean, I got into a lot of hobbies this summer and over quarantine. I mean, I learned to like trim my beard a little bit. You know, I was doing that before, but now angles are a little bit better. They're getting better. I'm not ready to present that yet, but
on that day, you got to present it to the community, man. It's a community day. You know, it's just like with us black people, they got like the wave day, cap day. It's just gonna be like you on the beard.
Oh, you know me and my fades, bro. I always have my barber line it up, but now I can be like, oh, I did the beard.
Most definitely.
But by the end of quarantine, I'm gonna just have my barber do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I literally bought, I think it was like one Black Friday. There was like a shaver on sale at Best Buy, and I was like, you know what? It's been a minute since like I've seen a barber. Maybe I could just buy it and start doing it myself, bro. That thing sat packaging on for a whole year before I even took it out and started like messing with it. I just chalk it up to pure laziness, and I'm just never as good as him.
You know, I realized that too. I was like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna learn all these skills, but I was talking to my barber actually. I have a haircut tomorrow with him. He's cutting again. So it's just like making sure it's all safe and making sure it's like one client at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, it's super chill. I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I still gonna come to you even if I learn to cut my own hair. But besides like cutting my own hair, I got into surfing this summer. Yeah, which has been fun, gotta say. I'm not good yet, but when I get good, I'll let you know.
Okay, most definitely. Shoot, man, like, I've always, like, seen people, like, I've always, like, seen people do it, like, in Huntington Beach, you know, the surf capital of the world. And then, like, I'm always like, you know what, that would be lit to know. You know, surfing is just like snowboarding. I mean, not just like, but it's similar, you know? So I was like, that would always be lit to learn the waves, but I gotta learn how to swim first, so I gotta get that out the way, and then we gotta learn how to surf. So,
hey, come out with me when you're ready.
Oh, for sure. If you could teach me a few moves, and then we could just both learn off each other, that'll be lit.
Down.
Shoot, man. So that's great, bro. So like, so you're just graduating now. What did you study when you were in school?
So I was a business management major, but fun fact, I actually switched my major 3 times.
Oh, shoot.
I feel like a lot of people know that, but yeah, I came in as computer science, then literally within the first quarter, because, you know, back then we were on quarters. So within the first quarter, I switched it to business management. Oh, no, I switched it to finance first, and I did finance for a bit, and then I realized, like, I could do this, but it was a lot of effort, so I switched to business management.
Oh shoot! Dang, man, you would just do the whole like College of Science and then College of Business. So, but at least
facts. I just realized I was a people person and I didn't want to be behind like a screen the whole time.
Man, that's kind of like my fear too, man. Like going in as computer engineering, like that was always my goal, even when I was younger, you know. And like as you start to move forward, like in this major and just like in your career, like it's just like I'm gonna be stuck doing like I might not be like if I went the straight computer route, I would just be behind a cubicle coding, maybe at home coding all day, you know, 9 to 5 type thing. But if I was to do the engineering side, then I'll be able to do projects. I would have to do reports, write-ups, and things like that, and it would allow me to have a little bit more degree of freedom, but it'll be much harder. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I gotta figure out what I want to do. I still got like 1.5 more years left of Zoom University, and then after I should be good. So,
hey, you just gotta live it up.
Oh yeah, I've been ever since I came to Cal Poly, I've been living my life to the fullest, taking advantage of everything that's offered to me in my $7,000 to $8,000 tuition that I've been paying. So. It ain't gonna stop now. So, eventually I'm gonna figure out what part of computer engineering I want to do, what sector I wanna work in. So that's gonna be once I find that out, and once I get that internship, which I've been freaking applying for, then I could make a full decision, and guide my life. There was a post I saw on Instagram the other day of one of my friends who's like got 1 year left too, and literally moved to Wyoming. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, just out the blue. I was like, that's lit.
Dude, if I could get a job that lets me go to another state, I'm down for that. But no one told me how hard it is to get a job after college. Right now, unemployment benefits are clutch, though, I gotta say. That's the only reason I'm staying afloat.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. But the six hundo just ended, so I'm like, damn. I gotta get back to work. So
I only got to that 600, and so now I'm like, all right, I hope California gives me something.
oh, for sure, man. Hey, whatever helps, man. And I'm not being greedy about it. Like, I'm helping out my parents and helping out my mom, things like that. So that's always great. But I'm doing a little bit for myself too, buying some more camera equipment. Buying some things that I should have bought before, but I just didn't have the money, paying off credit cards that I was in debt from, buying computers that I needed for school, right? So things of that nature. But if it doesn't continue, I'm okay with it. Like, I already got another job lined up. I mean, I'm working at another job right now. I'm doing web design for the school. So
they pay well too.
Not for me and the department I'm in, but hopefully when fall comes around, they can give me a raise. That'll be lit.
Nah, my little bro works for IT at the school, so he's told me the pay's all right.
Oh, for IT, yeah, I bet. It's just I'm just working for my people, but hey, I'm not complaining though. I'm glad for this job. It's stable. It's definitely better than my last job in 4 hours per week, and I didn't even know if I was gonna be back or not. And this one is consistent. I don't even care that it's 10. It could be more. It could be less, coming up later, based on how I do for the summer period. So, but moving to Wyoming, after that, I was like, I might be inspired. Like, if school's online, and I'm on Zoom, and I'm doing senior project online, and I'm doing everything online, and I'm working online, maybe I can just, live somewhere else for, a semester and come back. So I was all looking up what jobs provide housing, what jobs pay well. I was like, I want to move somewhere. Maybe not Wyoming, because black people ain't welcome. But another state, that would be lit. So.
No, I feel that.
But maybe one day. Or in the next 3 weeks before school starts, I can figure that out. Because once school starts, I'm going to be doing what I did in spring. I got Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to probably 1 p.m. Just Zoom class after Zoom class after Zoom class. And then on the weekends, work on the homework and study. That's what it was in summer. That's probably what it's going to be like in fall anyway. So it's going to be no free time left.
You got 2-3 more weeks of summer left, right?
Yep.
You ready to go back?
No? What the hell? I'm taking summer classes right now. It's only one summer class. I'm taking a summer class right now, and that one's chill.
Yeah.
It's literally he doesn't do Zooms. He just does YouTube, so I can just watch the lectures whenever I want. It's lit.
Those lectures were always the best. The ones that had YouTube videos of their lectures. I don't understand why every professor couldn't just do that. It's so simple. Literally, just the simplest thing. I don't need to take notes now. Now I can actually listen to your lecture, and then if I need to refer to something, I'll go on your YouTube channel. You actually get a decent amount of views after like maybe 10, 15 years of teaching, right? I think it's an investment in yourself at that point as a professor.
Honestly, you just, hey man, hey, this is the lecture for the day. This is the lecture from 10 years ago. You don't even have to record new ones. Wait, what?
Don't even need to come to your classes to teach them anymore.
Yup.
Literally just throw up a YouTube video of your teaching from like, imagine like you're teaching 5 classes every day. Record the first one. Hey, the next 4, just watch that video.
Easy.
Right?
I felt sad for my wine teacher in Spain because she would do Zoom lectures for freaking every single class, and she had just teaching wine 4 times. I'm like, yo, just throw up a YouTube video. If people really have questions, like really have questions, they'll just come to the office hours. Just do 1 office hours and that's it.
I mean, no one's gonna come to those until like midterms and finals week, but I mean.
Oh yeah, that was me in summer for sure. I came to him and I was like, hey bro, I'm trying to work on this lab right now, and this midterm, like I'm a little bit confused, and he was just like, figure it out, and I was like, all right, sounds great. So, just the ordinary, but yeah, I'm not excited for fall, but I'm gonna make do. We'll make do. I was already prepared. Literally the day that. It was the day before, like, school was gonna get shut down for, they said at the time, 2 weeks. I saw that UCLA was shutting down, Harvard was shutting down. In my mind, I was just like, yo, everything else is about to shut down. So I should prepare mentally for that and tell everybody here goodbye. So that's literally what I did. Everybody I saw, I was like, hey, bro, I'll see y'all, like, next year, or, like, and I already knew 2021. I didn't think fall, because, like, it would, I know the virus, hopefully not, but not logistically, just like common sense is that it's going to be worse in winter, the virus, with flu season. So I was like, man, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I'm prepared mentally to do this online. I don't know how it's going to work, but, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to do what I got to do. So I already expected it to be, Zoom University until 2021. So, hey, it happens. I think.
I mean, so everything literally changed within a matter, like, in the span of like a couple of days, a week maybe.
Days.
Everyone's, all right, we're out of here. I was like, damn. All right. I mean, this is one way to graduate, I guess.
I think the biggest thing was when Poly Trolley, bro.
Dude, that happened the day the school decided to go on quarantine, which was the craziest part. Like, literally, the email got sent out, I think, like, a couple hours before, like, that whole incident happened. And it was a storm that whole day. That was crazy. Man. I think if people hadn't gone home early that day, someone might have gotten injured. You think about that, like, the campus was basically, like, evacuated at that point. So it's like, and they decided to, like, close the trolley, like, early that day. That's what Xavier was telling me, or like one of the other guys that was like working there was like telling me that, yeah, they were like, they closed early that day, and so that's why they like parked there. So, I mean, for better or for worse, right?
Yeah, thank God for that. Yeah, because it's usually Wednesday like 10 or like 6. Yeah. So yeah, that would have been, and I think that happened like, I don't know, like in the middle of the day somewhere. I didn't know what happened until I started seeing pictures on Insta stories. I was like, oh shoot. And they're like, this day can't get any worse. I was like, yep, that's the fight. That's the nail on the coffin, yo. That's it. It's a wrap.
Yo, props to the school though for like leaving the trolley there so everyone could take their grab pics by it. I don't know who didn't get a grab pic by it, honestly.
Oh my gosh, it was iconic. Just like the parking lots. I can't find parking. Oh wait, but the poly trolley. I think it's time to pop this open, don't you say?
I agree. I'm gonna go with my low carb option.
Okay. So one of my next questions was, I was trying to ask you if you remember how we initially met back in the day.
Dude, Like thinking about it, it's really funny because I want to say like I definitely like the first interaction I can remember with you was probably at LO.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Because you were just, I don't know if you were ever eating. I just saw you always walking around and talking to everybody at LO.
What do you mean? I would. Okay, so yeah, I did. I did both, man. Cause I always paid.
You paid the $10.
I paid the $10. My first quarter, there was a meal plan that I could actually get. There's a meal plan for people that don't live there. So I got that one. It was like 10 meals for I think like $100. So I got that. That eventually ran out, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go as much, and like I don't think I'm gonna go as much as everybody else. So I'm just gonna pay it. So I paid the $10 every time. But hey, man, that food came in clutch. Okay, after a day of not eating food, I would not buy anything, not take anything to school. Just go to LO. I would get my plate at the first place, sit with somebody. Then when I finish my plate, go back, probably get Mongolian and go to a different person. Finish that up, get some pizza, go to a different person. So I was always with different people, but I would always get the buffet. Like I would get the food, you know.
You would just study there, hang out the whole day. The Mongolian too. That stuff hit different.
That
for sure.
That was the only good thing there.
That was the one thing I could eat every day and feel like, all right, I had an okay meal. I'd throw some the salad section had those like hard-boiled eggs. I grabbed some of those, throw that in there. Oh, you never did that? That was the trick to making it taste even better. You get some of the hard-boiled eggs, put it on your little bowl, and then you give that to them. They'll stir fry it in for you.
Oh, yeah, I never did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's clutch. Yeah, because that's like traditional like Asian. Man, if I knew, man, I probably would have done that. I gotta go check it out at Centerpoint, right? Centerpoint got something like that, right? Mongolian.
Yeah,
it's
a
little bit bougier.
Yeah, it's like the same foods, but also a little better. I don't know. I ate Centerpoint a decent amount, but I got that commuter pass.
Oh yeah, in February, right?
Exactly. So it was hella cheap to eat there in February. I saved a ton of money eating there.
Yeah, I was debating it, but it just didn't logistically make sense for me for the days I would come to campus. There wasn't enough time for me to like. They released it, I think, like the second week or like in February. So I was like, it didn't make financial sense for me. But if it was like a little bit longer, oh for sure I would have done that too. I was trying to check out that place. Now, literally can't go there until next year. So it's like
they're actually open, bro.
Oh, not for dining, like to go.
Oh yeah, to go.
So I'm like, what the hell?
It's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah, it won't be. To pay $10 for just one food, bruh. You give me this small to-go little bowl, like.
You know, everyone would capitalize on those to-go bowls, though. You literally sit down, you eat your food, then you fill it up, and then you take it to go.
That was clean.
They know it's happening. It's just they're just good sports about it. They're still gonna make money. It's all you can eat mentality, you know.
Mm-hmm. True.
But yeah, dude. I think LO was my first memory of you, but I don't think I actually got to know you until like we were at like a party together or something for sure.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what it was. Freshman year was crazy time.
I must say sophomore year was crazier for me.
It was?
But yeah, dude, I remember sophomore because me, Sui, Xavier, Pedro, we all decided to live together in the village.
Yeah.
But the part is like, dude, honestly, I wish I had been vlogging like our life in that village. We lived in that small apartment with the 5 of us. It's a village meant for 4 people. And we snuck our another friend in there, and it was literally just like we split the rent 5 ways instead of 4 ways. It saved us a ton of money, and it was just like 3 people in one room, 2 people in another. Mm-hmm. But honestly, that second year was for sure the most lit because we like went out like every weekend, like Friday, Saturday, sometimes Thursday. Like that was for sure the most lit.
True.
Freshman year was cool though too. It's just you didn't really have to go out freshman year. You could just kick it with everyone in the dorms.
True. I mean, but like me freshman year, Kev, I was trying to meet as many people as I wanted to. As I could. But I didn't really want to kick it in the dorms. I always wanted to go out. I was like, hey, let's go out here, let's go out there. Like, like let's take advantage of the youth, like let's take advantage of the freshman year type ish. Let's go out to parties. Maybe not Thursdays, but Friday and Saturdays was like at the time. And then sophomore year, I was about the same thing too, but I was a little bit more comfortable with like staying with a group of people that I knew. We didn't have to do anything like big. Like especially because most of my squad was in the suites, so like they were just chilling there. There's enough room to do things. Dorms is like freaking this small, but in the suites it was definitely bigger. And then it wasn't until summer of 2019, which will always be the summer. It's 2016, 2019 in my opinion, Summer of that 4-month summer for me was crazy. But 2019 when I turned 21, that was a wrap. Thursday, it was Monday, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was crazy.
That's the funny part is like, for us, like now thinking about it, that first summer before we got into college, we had 4 months. Mm-hmm. But then when we switched, and I was like, damn, I like started school like a month after like all my friends were starting school in college and everything. Like all of them were at other schools. I was like, oh yeah, I still don't start for another month. I mean, it kind of sucked because I couldn't really hang out with anyone, but at the same time, like, because I was like, we didn't really have any friends then yet. But like at the same time, we kind of lost that month after we switched to semesters. Yeah. We literally got 2 months that next summer, so it kind of made up for it.
Yeah, that I hated that summer, man. I literally was taking summer school. It was put in 5 weeks. It was deadly, man. It was deadly.
I took 2 5-week classes this summer too. Yeah.
Damn, man, you were really trying to put it all in. You said I ain't staying no longer.
Dude, I had 9 units left, and I was like, I could stay another semester. I could just get it all done over summer. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I got approved for that summer scholarship to like it was gonna cost me like $3,000, like 3.2K or something. Damn. But the summer scholarship like covered all of it, so I was like, worked out really.
That's dope. I was looking into that, but I didn't qualify unfortunately because of my freaking stupid financial aid. Like literally, the thing about financial aid is that it calculates it based on your income tax from like 2 years ago. It's not like directly last year. So I remember coming into college, it was 1 year, but then they pushed it and made it 2 years back, and that kind of screws me over because like whatever happened then is definitely not how we living now. But just gotta make do with that.
Yeah, the way that grant works is like, since it's like the summer completion grant, so if it's like your last summer here, mm-hmm. then you like get approved for it if you're within like 9-12 units of graduating or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, as long as you're not signing up for fall semester classes. So fun fact for anyone that wants to just sign up for that, it's their last summer.
Oh yeah, keep that on lock, man. Shoot, I got 6 more, well not 6, well like 6, 7 more classes to take care of. So I'm
just gonna go quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then especially if I did it all in like, 1 year and just do the summer completion grant, chilling out. But yeah, man, freshman year was wild. The summers were definitely wild for me. But yeah, we probably met at some party back in the day, man. Do you remember? I'm pulling up like some good times between us. Do you remember Long Beach?
What about Long Beach?
Long Beach. It was a time when I think it was like in May or something. It was like May 2018, bro. You were like, "Hey, let's go to the club down in Long Beach," cause like Hermanos Unidos was like hosting something there, and it was you, me, Pedro, and we all went down to Long Beach.
I think I do remember that because I remember what club it would be.
It was Sevilla's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sevilla's down Long Beach.
What club would I be down to go to in Long Beach? There's some good clubs in Long Beach, don't get me wrong, but I was like, HU, like, yeah, it's gotta be Sevilla's. Dude, that was a good night too, honestly. That shit was fun.
I like that night because that was like the first time where like all of us went out like pew coordinated. I mean, mm-hmm. Well, I mean, me being a part of y'all coordinated.
And it actually worked out.
Oh,
no one flaked.
Oh yeah, no one flaked. Everybody was down with it. I was like, yo, I like these vibes. This guy gets it. And then mm-hmm. we got there, but the music was just like a little bit like it was. Yeah.
Pedro was going off though.
Huh?
Pedro was going off though.
For sure. Yeah. But I mean, for us, it was just like, but I still enjoyed it though. It was still dope to be a part of it, man. It was.
Uh,
I,
oh man.
I think one of the best things that I give myself credit for and that I enjoyed about myself was being persistent and getting to know all those people my freshman year. Because literally, when we walked in there, or when I walked to parties, it's just like, I know niggas. It's just like, I know you. Like I always have a home. Like, it's never like, I don't know anybody, I'm alone. Like, this is tough. Like, gotta make friends. I mean, it's pretty easy, but
you were for sure one of the few people that like might have known like more people than me. I made like a consistent effort to say hi to everybody, but for sure I want to say you at freshman year for sure you fucking knew everybody. Like I didn't know a person that didn't know you. I was like, it's funny, even like I think like after I became president and everything, like that's when like people like and the campaigning because
the campaign, bro, the campaign was where it was at.
I dropped cash on that campaign. My credit card got like overcharged on it. I was like, I'm not losing. Like I'm too like I was just like, it's not gonna happen. I put too much work in. Like I just started talking to everybody I could. I was doing all that leading like the years before too, you know. But yeah, I think like after campaigning and all that, that was when maybe. But up until then, for sure, like you for sure knew way more people. But I think you came in with like the same exact mentality as me. Like my whole thought process was, I want to come into college and meet as many people as I can. Like I just, whether it's just a hi and bye, I'm just gonna say hi to every random person I see. I did that thing. I did that at the Brick too. People thought it was the weirdest thing my freshman year because I would go up to them. I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Pasindu. It's nice to meet you." And they just look at me. I did that one time because back then I was still more awkward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was literally just like, I didn't know how to do like good social interactions, you know, or like communicate with people. So I was just be like, put my hand out, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Pasindu. They're like, I was like, oh, this is probably weird, but like, I'm just trying to get to know people. I just thought like I'd say hi to you. Sorry if I'm interrupting your workout.
he's all bent, doing pull up, like, and he's like, wait, what the hell? Like, where did this guy come from?
Nah, facts. That's literally what it was. I was like, all right, gym is not the place to like really just say randomly like what's up to people.
Well, it all depends. But if it's a guy, yeah. If it's a girl, she gonna come at you a little bit weird.
Oh, facts. Now you could definitely make friends there, but you also gotta be like, you make friends as you're like lifting, not just like, yo, nice to meet you. I'm like, you don't just say hi.
Yeah.
Like, do they want advice? Like, do they need something? Do they need a spot?
Damn.
But nah, dude, I remember like exact same mentality. I literally went into the dorms and I was like, let me just say hi to everybody here. So I like went through doors and I was just like, I remember my first night in the dorms. I think I just knocked on doors and I was like, hi, Pasindu, nice to meet you.
This guy did the same thing as me.
Dude, people thought it was weird as hell. They were like, oh, nice. People thought it was weird, but they were also like, I think everybody was happy when they got like somebody saying hi to them, you know? Because it was like our first like night there and everyone was like new to it.
So they're like, you know, I guess, you know, I accept them for this point. It's all right. Man. Yo, I still have your campaign button. I have it here, man. Why did you spend so much? I was just like, I feel like you're gonna win. Like, everybody already knows you. Especially, you didn't even have to post that many flyers, bro. The social media game was literally all that it was. Like, I literally saw you on everybody's story. Like, it was an automatic.
Yeah, dude. One day, I think I got like 90 reposts on like Instagram. That was like the craziest day of the campaign. Like, it was like week 1, 2. I think for like the first week, no one even campaigned against me. I was like, it was after, yeah, the first week I basically got a free week of campaigning because no one did anything. I fucking came in with like, dude, I ended up like, I had like 400, 500 buttons. I had like 15 banners, like Instagram ads, like I paid for the Insta ads, all that stuff. I put like a radius around it. Damn. But like, to be honest with you, like, cause I was already cause my VP election, I didn't spend much. I probably spent like maybe $60 on that VP election.
Oh, damn.
Like, yeah, like a couple posters. It wasn't really like, it wasn't much, you know, but there was no one running against me that year. But I was kind of disappointed by it because like I wanted to run against people.
Yeah,
Like
you want this to be a competition.
exactly, I enjoy competition too much, and I don't know. My thing was like, yeah, like I can like spit all these facts at you, and I can tell you everything I know, like all my experience and stuff. But at the end of the day, I was trying to get like the voter turnout like out like up, you know. Like I wanted like more people to be voting. So whether it was for me or like for anyone else, that's why like I came into it. Whether I was like my mentality like before I was even gonna run was whether I run against anyone or like 10 people, I'm gonna cap my spending limit. So I had a $900 cap, and I maxed it out. Yep, maxed it out all the way to the last penny.
$900?
Yeah, I mean between me and my VP, you know,
Oh,
we
okay.
split that.
Okay.
We came. That's mentality is like we're not gonna get shit done if people don't know who we are.
True.
So that was like our whole mentality was like whether we run against. I mean, like shit. If we hadn't run against anyone, we might have spent like 700. We still would have spent like at least 500-600. But it was just like we wanted to get our faces out there because really your term starts before it starts. Like if no one knows you, then like you'll get shit done with administration, but like you kind of got to do stuff with students and like actually get to know people, you know. And that was like a big piece of the position. So at least that was my mentality. And you know what? It was fun blasting my face up everywhere. Random people saying what's up to me. Like I got what I wanted from my college experience. I got it. Like without a doubt.
I feel like
yeah,
you were the most well-known president. I mean, maybe because, I mean, who knows, man? I don't know about, maybe because I knew you before, but I still feel like you and Uriah were probably like the well-known like presidents out there.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you. I think Uriah got me beat on that one. He stands out too much.
Well, God bless him right now. Hope he's doing well with everything that was happening. I was definitely worried a few days ago about that, but I'm glad that he's safe. So just wanted to state
that whole experience was like really scary, but at the same time, it was good seeing all those posts on social media. Like everyone came together. My whole social media was like all I saw was reposts. So I was like, you know what, CPP community.
Most that, and even people that didn't even go to CPP, I saw other people that like I was like, how do you know him? I was like that's how great his influence was. It wasn't, and just like the kind of person that he is, you know. So it was, man, it's crazy, man. Ooh, that's why I was like, I might have to postpone this for a minute, this interview. But I'm glad that he's back. Oh man. Ooh. So just a little bit like delving into that, like that ASI campaign. We basically just went into it. We didn't even discuss. So Pasindu was the ASI president of 2019-2020 school year for Cal Poly, and he was the VP for 2018-2019. I want to ask you the very, it's a you can expand on this a little bit. It's a lot, but basically, how do you view college now, looking back, like your last 4 years?
I mean, like, I feel like it's gonna be pretty obvious. Like, I had the best possible experience. Like, I have to say, I don't know, like, how much better of an experience I could have gotten, you know? Like, my only goal coming in was I want to make as many friends as possible. And so I think I accomplished that one pretty quickly off the bat, but, like, I just kept going with that one. And then now I have, like, plenty of lifelong friends. I came in, like, I was also a part of a fraternity. Shout out to Pike. But yeah, dude, I think I got like the best possible experience. Like, I graduated, I went to plenty of parties, I made plenty of friends, I have plenty of mentors and like advisors I can like talk to, and yeah, you know, like I don't know what more I could have asked for from college. It would have been nice if it was a little cheaper, but I mean, you know, I'm only leaving with like maybe 22 to 25K in debt, which ain't that bad, I gotta say. For a 4-year degree, I have some friends that just graduated. They're graduating with like some with 80K in debt, some with like over 100K.
Not from Cal Poly though, right? From other schools.
Private schools, out of state, like all that. Like I got the same degree for like 25K in debt, like I can pay that off in 3 to 5 years. I'm like not even stressed about that.
Yeah. Me neither. Especially with the job, especially with the degree that I'll get. I mean, if I use it, definitely. I'm not even worried about that, man. I'm like, I'm gonna live at home or like live someplace cheap for the next few years, just paying off that debt, and then everything else is gonna be saving towards a own place for myself. So that's my ultimate goal. Like always, when I was a kid, it was always to be, self-sufficient, like to own and not to rent. To make my own home the way that I want it to be. And it could be this house that I'm in, it could be my parents' house, but it also could be my own that I go out there and get. But that's definitely always been my dream, and that's something no matter where I go, no matter what I do, that's always like the end goal, is to be self-sufficient and to deliver on my expectations. So
you're saying you want to be self-sufficient.
Yeah. I want to create my own business eventually. It's gonna take time because I don't know the business world as well, but somebody might. But it's as I go on, I'll start to learn more about the world. I'll start to understand the industry. I'll start to understand the way that it works, and then I feel like I'll be able to have my own platform just to launch off.
Honestly, I think you'll be chilling. It's not that hard.
hey, I don't know, man. I don't know.
When you get into multiple industries, sure, but just like the general industry, take you a couple nights. Watch some YouTube videos.
Hey, honestly, everything's on YouTube. I've been thinking about this a lot too, about college in general. I had a great experience. I don't think I would have it any other way. I didn't have to go to USC, UCLA. I didn't gotta go to like freaking Harvard or like Stanford to have a college experience. I had it here at Cal Poly Pomona. All these people, I'd be on the Reddit. They'd be like, Cal Poly is a community school, and there's not a lot of people here, and it's hard to make friends, and people leave. I'm like, all these things, they ain't wrong, but you just ain't putting in the effort that needs to be there in order to have in order to have your ideal, or to have your expectations met for what you think college is. I feel like for the first 3 years, fourth year, it's kind of it capped at like second semester, right? So I can't really include that in there. But for the first 3 years, for sure, definitely college expectations, experience, it was met. And but for some people though, I don't think they necessarily need to go to college. I've been thinking about this a lot more, and it's because not just is college expensive, but there's a whole education system that's fueling it with loans. Some jobs, some jobs you don't really need a college degree for, and I mean it's good to have, but like sometimes you don't even need it. Everything is literally on YouTube. You don't gotta like go to college to get the degree to know about things. I mean, yeah, your parents might have, maybe in the 1960s, 70s, but now with YouTube, you can literally start from scratch. And to people saying that, hey, I can't do it, man, you're not putting in the effort to go on YouTube to find everything. So,
honestly, let me like touch on some of that actually. Like for sure, the amount of times I heard people say like, yeah, it's a commuter school, all this stuff. Low key, you would get the exact same experience at USC with that attitude. Like where I was always like getting that from every freshman, anyone that was like, how do I, it was, you just get involved. Doesn't matter really where you go, because what's a commuter school? You make it a commuter school if you're commuting. Like a commuter school is a school where the majority of people commute. I mean, with that logic, like I'm gonna say every school is a commuter school. Just about. Think about it. Like if you live with it like more than a mile away from campus, like you're commuting. That's almost every student at every school at the end of the day. If you're not living on campus, you're commuting. So at the end of the day, really like join a club. Like I think that's like just get involved. You're gonna have a good time. You have to go out of your way to make friends. Whether it's the club, classes. I mean, you can go say what up to like people in your groups, I guess. Hit them up after the group project is done, maybe. I feel like if that was more of a culture, like we'd have very interesting experiences for sure.
yeah. One of my biggest regrets, bro, is not going to your party, bro, because I know that was hella lit on the boat.
Hey, I'm gonna be real honest, bro. You missed out. Like, I'm gonna say, like, that was probably my favorite experience in college. I got to have my 22nd on a yacht. Like, we were out in waters, like open waters, anything goes. The boat literally. It was the funniest thing, dude. Like, they had like all these rules on the yacht that they told us, and then once we like got out, the captain was like, "You could smoke, you could do whatever. I don't really give a fuck." I was like, "Okay, for sure."
My
He was like,
G.
We're not." No, straight up, they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna car. Like, we're not gonna." I was like, "Oh, all right, for sure. That's my captain." But nah, for sure, that yacht was like the best. I'm surprised I convinced like I think that was like I'm gonna consider that the closest thing to my grad party. I had like we filled it up with like 70 people, you know?
Damn.
Like it was like everybody I met over college that like I truly cared about. And they were all on that yacht and it was like that was the best fucking experience. Like, you know, it was planned 2 weeks before. Like the idea came to my head 2 weeks before the action. Yeah. Yeah, and the best part, we got it for February 29th, which is technically the day after my birthday. But I figured it'd be more magical since it's a day that only exists every 4 years, you know.
Okay. Oh. Hey. Hey. That works. That works.
Right? So all
Damn.
the Instagram or all the Snapchat like videos and everyone took won't show up again for 4 more years.
Yeah, I feel like it'll come. I feel like it'll still come next year. Snapchat will be like, oh, we'll sneak that in there a little bit. You know, 20. They won't suspect it. But definitely in 4 years, it'll be more magical. It'll be like, oh shoot, yo, that was when I was in college, and now I got kids.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So man, going from here, what are your future plans, man? Like, what's next for Pasindu?
You know, I think like a lot of it's gonna depend on like what job I get after. So like first job after college like is gonna be like a big segue into like what other options I take on. Um, yeah, it's really all up. A lot of it's up in the air right now, you know. Like in some jobs, I'm applying to like positions in New York, and then other jobs like staying in SoCal. Some in like SF. Yeah, so like depending on the job, that'll really like be a lot of like what I choose to like go ahead and pursue career wise. That first job is really like going to define a lot of things. But for one thing I wish I'd done more in college is vlog because I was kind of vlogging a lot on my Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
like when I was going on trips and
Yup.
everything. But I'd wish I had made the investment because I was vlogging. I didn't vlog too much this last year when I was going on those trips, but like when on my VP term, I was vlogging like a lot. Like I was giving like highlights of like the entire trip, so I'd have like 10 15 videos of like the whole
Mm-hmm.
trip kind of like captured. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy that GoPro for sure, and like depending what I do traveling whatever with that job, then I'll start vlogging that, just vlog like my lifestyle in general. And I don't know, it's more for me just so I can kind of capture it, but yeah, it's just something fun that I kind of want to start doing more.
But yeah, man. Um, where can people find you? Where can people check you out?
So my Insta handle is pause_Sindu. Welcome to like follow me on there. If I create a YouTube, then for sure I'm gonna post it up on my Insta. But for now, I'm gonna stick to my Insta and say you can find me on there. That's what I check the most.
Thank you guys for watching or listening to this podcast. If you want to find out when we do this, it's usually once a week. You could just check us on anchor.fm or on Apple, Google Play, any one of those platforms. It's been a pleasure to have Pasindu on, and you guys take care.